I always learn something when David Lepore joins us, the Director of Instruction out at Colleton River Plantation, who has something going all the time. David is in to join us. And David, you've got a golf academy going this winter, trying to get us all to play a little bit better before we do get out in the spring and get going, huh?
That's right, Bob. Thanks for having me again.
Sure.
And I just, I'm here to talk a little bit about the Golf Academy and our Winter Series program. Just because it's cold out or you can't go out and play doesn't mean you can't keep your foot in the door with golf. And as we know, it's kind of a 12-month-a-year sport. You can't take 6 months off and then come back and play, great a lot of the time. So,
I think we all know that.
yeah, so the Winter Series is a great time for students to go ahead and work on their basics. They're usually 1-hour seminars. We have 6 of them. We do putting, short game, full swing, golf fitness, equipment, the mental game. It's a great way for our students at the club at Colleton River to be able to keep their foot in the door with their basics, their fundamentals, and also be ready for the spring when it's time to go out and play.
It's spring training, right?
Yeah, you can
We're doing spring training.
Really
Getting
is.
ready for the year. Okay, how about your spring training, David? Are you going down to the PGA Merchandise Show next week? And if you are, what are you looking for and what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly, Chris. A little bit of our behind-the-scenes work is, as you know, going down to the PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando, spending the week down there. And anybody who's in the game of golf or interested in golf or in the profession of golf has to go to Orlando at one time or another. And it's great to see tour players, it's great to see industry leaders down there and basically pick their brains and see what is going on in the golf industry and maybe bring some things back to Colleton River so we can kind of help our students get better.
Yeah, it's a kind of a closed thing. I've gotten to go a couple of times as a member of the media, but they don't let the general public in, which is really too bad, because if they ever did it for just a day or two of the week, it would be the biggest attended event in all of golf.
All the pros would go ahead and not go that day because there'd be no way to get any work done.
But it is a great opportunity. It's the pros show.
Sure.
And you guys go down there and find out all of the new things. You're going to TrackMan, you've shown us TrackMan. You're going back for your master's degree at TrackMan University?
Basically, that's right, Bob. TrackMan University is a curriculum, it's a program that TrackMan has designed to help golf pros like myself understand the parameters and how everything works with that launch monitor, and it ultimately helps our teaching and helps the student get better. It's an all-day seminar at Celebration Golf Club. I'll come back, I'll have to take some tests, hopefully I'll pass them, and then we'll go ahead and get my master's degree and then move forward with the Golf Academy and teaching with that.
If you could give us really quick one TrackMan tip, what might that be?
Well, real quick, there's no such thing as that.
I know.
But I will tell you that the club face is a big deal, and that's probably the most important at impact. If you can have it square, I know it sounds obvious, but we've got some ideas on how to create a square club face more consistently. That's going to help you, and that parameter shows up on that launch monitor, and it's my #1 parameter when I look at students and give them lessons.
And as we've talked about before, David, that's one of the areas where TrackMan has helped us understand in the golf industry that some of the things we thought for years and years, how the path influenced the ball a little bit more than the face, really isn't true. The face is so important.
That's right, and if you have a square club face, you're going to be going where you're aiming, and that's another story, where you're aiming. But that's a great parameter to work on, and that's my #1, and that usually helps the student.
And as far as clubs go too, definitely a big help when it comes to clubs. If you're with somebody, maybe they're between a regular and a stiff, or a stiffer and extra stiff, or a regular or an A shaft.
Yeah.
The TrackMan can really help you determine which one is best for them.
Yeah, and a very interesting point about the merchandise show and bringing back new equipment is I will check the club speed, and I'll also check the ball speed. And if, let's say, Callaway says they have a hot golf club, I will check the club head speed, and then most importantly, the ball speed. And if the ball speed jumps higher than the club from the previous year, they are correct in saying the golf club is hot. So that ball speed coming off the club face versus the club speed is a real important parameter, and that tells me if a club is hot.
Yeah, Callaway actually does have a new club that's coming out that is hot. I was working with a couple of guys down at Sea Pines this last week, and they were actually taking the plastic off the club head and hitting them.
Okay,
That's always
there you
fun
go.
when you're doing that with brand new golf clubs that they've got coming out that they're going to debut at the merchandise show. We'll have you guys back, and we got to compare some notes after the merchandise show to find out
everybody know
what's hot. You're going to
David's going to hang around a minute
here, and we're going to get him over, and we're going to have
we're going to talk about ball position and setup right after this.